Lofthouse. BBC
Radio Leeds.
Now, normally at this time of week of a Thursday, I have a desk that is covered in crafty bits and pieces, you know, like ribbon and twigs and glue and sellotape and all sorts of stuff. But this week, nothing like that. All I've been asked to do for our Up for Arts bit is to take some pictures. And I've sent them to Dr. Liz Sterling. Liz is an art doctor. The other week I had the other art doctor, Alison, and we were doing emotional drawings. So I'll get Liz on and find out what we're up to today. Hello, Liz.
Hello, Gayle.
Hello. How's life for you at the moment? What's going on with you?
Well, seems to be quite busy. You know, trying to keep the family motivated to make work, and the art doctors are obviously working together, trying to keep the creativity going. So
yeah,
it's busy.
Well, that's good. That's good. For people who don't know, remind us what is the concept of the art doctors? What do you normally do in normal times?
In normal times, well, it's about creativity and the positive effect creativity has on our lives. Hopefully. So usually we go out and about and talk to people and do consultations where we prescribe creative activities people might want to try out, or we just talk to people and find out what they like doing that's creative, which could be anything from baking cakes to drawing to dancing, and just sharing those and gathering those together. So that's what we would do in normal times. So we're trying to continue in these challenging times of lockdown. And so we've gone online since lockdown started.
Well, fantastic. Well, we'll get the bits and pieces towards the end. But this week, I've been given a little bit of a task. I was told when I next go out on a walk, could I take some pictures of nature? And I'm ashamed to say, Liz, I don't really go out on walks. So,
You should never be ashamed. Never be ashamed when it comes to creativity.
I should be ashamed. I've put on nearly half a stone, Liz, and so I need to go on a walk. But what I have done is I have taken some pictures of nature just around where I actually live. So I've been into my dad's garden, which is next door, and I've been briefly into my own garden. So I've taken some pictures, but I don't know what you want me to do with them.
Well, I suppose first it was just to take some photos thinking about nature, because lots of people do seem to be either pottering in their gardens or going out for walks. And sometimes we also don't have lots of equipment. So it's nice just to be able we usually all have phones or some kind of camera. So we can use those to start looking around and seeing what we notice. So I can see your photograph.
And what do you think? What are you struck by?
Well, they look very healthy plants, is my first observation.
They are. I mean, there is, generally, there's a lot of green around at the moment, isn't there? So my pictures feature a lot of greenery. One of them is, I don't even know what this plant is, but there's some sort of, it looks like it could be sage or mint, but right in the middle of it, there's a beautiful white lily that is growing at the moment. So that one I liked. There's a tallish bush next to the greenhouse, and I will tell you that I've taken that because it's actually it's a licorice bush.
Ooh, wow.
I know, how very Yorkshire.
Yeah.
And so if you were to dig into the roots there, you would actually be able to, well, in theory, you'd be able to chomp on that, not like a piece of licorice, but like proper licorice root. So I thought that was quite interesting. And go on, what were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say, I did notice that quite a lot of them are either maybe a bit medicinal or possible food, because you've got some raspberries as well, and aloe. Are those aloe vera?
They are, aloe vera plants. You're right. Yeah, so we've got some aloe vera. I say this is all my dad. My dad loves growing. But aloe vera plants, licorice, like you say, and there are a few herbs in there. There are some. Are they raspberries that are about to?
Yes, I think so. Yeah,
they're sort of they're not quite ready to go, but you can just see that they are, rather than a sort of a rich ready colour, they're pink, aren't they, almost? So they're not quite ready to eat. So
Yeah.
and then I was just going to say, right, the last picture you might see is in a plant pot, and that will be at some point a lovely sunflower.
Well, I have to say, it's taller than my sunflowers.
Oh,
so
is it?
Pretty good, yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, I mean, and another one that I did was, for whatever reason, I went down the back of my dad's greenhouse, because normally there's a bit of random nature down there. Sometimes you see a toad, or there's there's a nest. There's like a sparrow's nest around there as well. So I thought I might see a bit of nature, but I didn't. As it turns out, I just saw a couple of old plant pots and some flagstones. But still, I thought it was quite a nice picture. But the question is, and I did enjoy that. I sort of enjoyed focusing in on a few things. What do I sort of? Do I get something emotionally enriching out of this, or am I supposed to take the pictures and maybe make a collage of some description? Where would you go next? And she would disappear. She would say, "Nowhere, Gayle. That is absolute rubbish." No, bless. In these crazy times, technology often trips us up. And people we were talking to perfectly normally suddenly just seem to disappear. We shall revisit this momentarily, I'm sure. Here we go. Let's just see if we can get Liz back on. Oh, hello, Liz. Do you know what? I don't know when I lost you, but okay. I was about to ask you, what should I do next with my pictures? I mean, is it enough to just look at them and talk through them? And is it about how they make you feel, or is it about actually creating something out of them?
Well, I think it's up to you. Sometimes it's nice. I imagine it's nice because you could talk to them, talk to your dad about them, and you can appreciate all the work that he does. It can be a connector, can't it?
Yeah.
It can be sometimes that you notice something about the shapes or the colours that you think, oh, maybe I want to go and do a bit of drawing or collage with the photograph.
Yeah.
It might be that you just think, oh, I'm going to take some more photos, maybe close-ups, or I'm going to go for that walk I'd be willing to go for, and take some new photos and find new plants. So, or one thing some people like doing is writing down some words from the photos and making a little poem. So,
that's a good idea. Yeah,
that's quite nice, and that would be a poem about your dad's garden, which would be nice as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. No, that's lovely. I mean, it's kind of we all know that when people do photography, it is because it's an artistic sort of outlet, isn't it? That's the whole point of it. But I've never considered myself a keen photographer in any way, shape, or form. But you're right. There is something nice about that process and the connections that you maybe make with somebody else. And also, I got a little burn on my hand the other day when I was doing the ironing, and you've just reminded me, my dad's actually got some actual aloe vera in the garden. So I might sneak in a bit later on and just have a little bit of a snip at that. But no, that's lovely. I feel sort of, Liz, like I've been outside in some small way. Well,
I think sometimes it's about discovery. Art's just about discovery and not always perfect things at the end, but there's some nice berries there, and there's some beautiful green, I think, as well.
Yeah, some lovely colours, and like I said, the promise of things to come in the garden as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's been really nice.
You should keep photographing your sunflower as it gets bigger.
Yeah, I should do, shouldn't I?
Should do.
I will do, Liz. That's a really, really good idea. If people want more information about the Art Doctors, and particularly what you're up to at the moment, where should we go?
Okay, so we've got we're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and we're at art_doctors. And every week on a Friday, we're uploading a new short film that we're making about where we're testing out different ways of being creative that are kind of quite light, hopefully funny, and new ideas. And I think next week we might be doing a consultation and prescription with a member of the public.
Oh, okay. Well, I shall look forward to that, and hopefully we'll be able to do something like this again, Liz. That would be great if that's all right with you.
Yes, that would
Fantastic.
be lovely. Yes, I enjoyed seeing your pictures.
Oh gosh, yeah, you did say at one point there. You said, it's nice when you can make things and look back at what you've done. If you've looked back at some of the things that I've made, well, not sure you'd have the same opinion, but but no, still, I've enjoyed it as ever. Great. It's been great to talk to you, Liz. There, Liz Sterling, Dr. Liz Sterling, I should say, is an art doctor. Thanks so much for your time, Liz. Right. Take care. Bye.